working week is over, so it's time for KinoCheck news. There's news about John Wick 5, and new Spider-Man movies have also been announced. Further, it seems that the Expendables 4 is saying goodbye to two great names. There's also info on the cast of Marvel's new Fantastic Four movie and the live-action reboot of How to Train Your Dragon. But enough talk about big announcements. Here are the details. The Expendables franchise can primarily impress with two things: fast-paced action and a cast full of Hollywood greats. One of the most popular figures in the film series is Arnold Schwarzenegger's character, Trench, who first played a major role in the second part. After many rumors that the 75-year-old will probably not return for the upcoming fourth part, there is now some clarity following an interview. The most influential character next to Schwarzenegger's role is clearly Sylvester Stallone's Barney Ross. The longtime leader of the versatile Riot Squad is more or less the face of the franchise and will probably bid his final farewell in the Expendables 4. In his place, Jason Statham's character Lee Christmas will take over as leader of the Expendables, who, unlike the 76-year-old Stallone, may still be able to show a little more energy. Unlike Barney, Trench had very little screen time in the previous films, and that will not change, as Schwarzenegger recently confirmed in an interview with Parade. He is said to have already decided after Part 3 not to be involved in the film series again. It would have felt like telling the same joke many times again, he said. However, this is definitely not meant to be a refusal to work together in the future. The Terminator star can well imagine working on a different project with his longtime film colleague. However, it is unclear whether this is more than just an empty phrase. Either way, we will have to be braced for a few changes in the upcoming fourth part. The outcome of whether we will witness the death of Sylvester Stallone's Barney Ross or whether the character will be given a chance to enjoy his retirement is eagerly awaited. Lavish and over-the-top action scenes will no doubt be included. After all, that's exactly what the film series is known for. The Expendables 4 is set to be released on September 22, 2023. When you hear about Fantastic Four, you can't help but remember the unsuccessful film from 2015. The reboot was not really well received by either critics or fans, and ultimately put an end to the potential film franchise. It has been known for some time that Marvel wants to give it another shot with a new reboot, and as we've known since this week, there are said to be some actors involved who were not previously thought of. The story of Fantastic Four is well known. During a space mission, 4 scientists are exposed to cosmic rays, which eventually give them a variety of superpowers, and so they first need to learn how to handle them. In the last movie from 2015, the characters were played by Jamie Bell, Kate Mara, Miles Teller, and Michael B. Jordan. For the new reboot, however, the cast will be entirely changed again. As the reliable Marvel insider My Time to Shine Hello announced via Twitter, the cast list is said to be already in place and to have a few surprises in store. Accordingly, Adam Driver is to appear as Mr. Fantastic. Margot Robbie will take on the role of Sue Storm, and after-sun actor Paul Mescal will play Johnny Storm. The cast is also expected to be completed by musical star and Grammy Award winner Daveed Diggs, who is expected to take on the role of Ben Grimm, aka The Thing. For Margot Robbie, the signing would also come with the move from DC to Marvel, as she was previously starring as Harley Quinn. This project is already the 4th attempt to successfully bring the comics to the big screen. After it was not really crowned with much success in 2005, 2007, and 2015, we are interested in knowing what other news is still waiting for us, and will inform you as soon as we know more about the next effort. Fantastic Four is expected to release on February 14, 2025. At present, the animated film Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is thrilling both fans and critics in theaters. While the sequel is raising anticipation for the third film, Beyond the Spider-Verse, in the coming year, there is now also hot news about other new movies around Spider-Man. At the premiere of the latest Spidey movie, producer Amy Pascal revealed to Variety that they are working on a live-action Spider-Man starring Miles Morales. The relatively new character made his comic book debut in August of 2011. The first animated film, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, was released in 2018, and the video game Spider-Man Miles Morales followed in 2020. After so many hits, it's hardly surprising that Sony now wants to attempt a live-action movie. Producer Avi Arad also added that a Spider-Woman movie was coming sooner than would expect, though he wasn't allowed to tell us more yet. Sony CEO Tim Rothman was also secretive and jokingly said, "If I told you, I'd have to kill you." Amy Pascal further spoke about the next Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland and Zendaya. It is still in the works, but due to the writer's strike, the project is currently on hold. They support the writer's requests for better working conditions and hope that an agreement with the distributors will be reached soon. This is certainly upsetting for the fans, but at the same time, it seems as if we can expect numerous new movies from the Spider-Man universe in the future. If these achieve a similar quality as the recent films, we can likely look forward to some entertaining cinematic adventures with Peter Parker, Miles Morales, and others. Next up is Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. It'll be released on March 29, 2024. Not only did John Wick 4 recently take the popular franchise led by Keanu Reeves to the magical box office milestone of $1 billion, but it also raised big questions as to what will happen next. Joe Drake, the chairman of Lionsgate, has now finally spoken out about John Wick Chapter 5. During Lionsgate's earnings call, Drake first announced that they plan to expand the John Wick universe extensively, be it into AAA video games, television, or other spin-offs. Officially, 4 projects are currently in the works. Among them are the movie Ballerina, the prequel series The Continental, and indeed a John Wick 5. The 5th part is to emerge naturally from the stories of the spin-offs. Currently, the film is in an early stage of development, but the biggest unanswered question for fans remains, will Keanu Reeves return for John Wick 5? If Drake's statements are interpreted correctly, we will have to wait and see what Ballerina with Ana de Armas and The Continental will bring us. At least for the former, cameos by Keanu Reeves have already been confirmed. What the mysterious 4th John Wick project is was not revealed by Joe Drake. However, producer Erica Lee already said at the end of March that a new film would be announced roughly 2 months later. Whether that is John Wick 5 or another film is currently not clear. We will keep you up to date as always. In 2010, How to Train Your Dragon, the first of a total of 3 very successful animated films, was released in cinemas. Fans have been waiting for new footage for several years now, and it looks like the time might be coming soon. At least as far as the cast is concerned, the production seems to be making some progress, and according to the latest reports, there is even a The Last of Us star involved. The fact that animated movies can indeed be successfully adapted into live-action versions has been demonstrated several times in recent years. But there is also the other side of the coin. Many fans are rather skeptical about such projects, in particular with regard to those from Disney. Whether rival Universal can be convincing in this respect is something we will see with the live adaptation of How to Train Your Dragon. The cast of the 2 main human characters has now been announced. While the Black Phone actor Mason Thames will take on the role of lovable Hiccup, Nico Parker will slip into the role of Astrid. Parker is already known from HBO's The Last of Us series, where she plays the daughter of protagonist Joel. According to current information, Parker will not only be a mere companion to her husband, but will also show off her dragon training skills. The script and the directing of the remake will be done by Dean DeBlois, who was also in charge of the old films and the animated classic Lilo and Stitch. This will be his first live-action movie. Shooting for the live-action remake of How to Train Your Dragon will start this summer, with a theatrical release scheduled for March 14th, 2025. Looking for more content about future movies? We gotcha! This week, we uploaded 2 movie previews, one being Mufasa, the prequel to Disney's fantastic The Lion King, and the other one being Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, the 4th installment of the Planet of the Apes franchise. Both movies are slated for release in 2024. So, be sure to check out our videos in order to raise your excitement even more. Thanks for watching, and see you next week for more KinoCheck news.